And if he swings at me, then I'll bust that sucker's knee. 'Cause tonight I'm feeling mean, I'm feeling mean.
Where lantern
So you sling the lantern at him, and you hit him with it. It smacks him, maybe spilling some of the lantern oil around on his shield, but it doesn't appear to have any damaging effects.
And am I able to get a weapon after that or no?
Just delay. So you threw the lantern out of your hands, and you have your fauchard in your other hand.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You're prepped.
So should I just down or delay?
Just hit done. So on second 12 or 13, these goblins both look like they're like getting ready to advance on you, and you hear a grab, 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 grab. It seems a much deeper, more bass in this goblin voice, and it seems to be coming from this hallway down here. And Garciv, from what you can see, it looks like one of the biggest goblins that you've ever seen. This one is maybe it's not even a goblin. Maybe you've recognized these creatures in some of your travels, or you've definitely seen half-breeds of this type of creature, but you all recognize a hobgoblin. And this guy here, I mean, he's wearing what looks like ringmail and has a medium shield in one arm, and he's not yet drawn what looks like a sword at his side, but he comes in and you hear him, grab, 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 grab. You hear him barking orders, and these goblins here actually hold their ground. And Sharesh.
Sharesh is going to finish moving up and is going to get orders to stay here until people are retreating. She is going to try to cover a retreat if needed. So she's going to just delay for the rest of this combat.
All right, so
unless she needs to move forward, so we'll just see. I'm putting her like delay 99 right now.
That works for me, and this guy
doesn't work for me.
Oh man!
Well, there's this narrow corridor up there, so you know
where their numbers will count for shit.
Well, let me get my next character ready.
One man can stand against 100. Hey, I suggest we try and find Horst. Not my fault.
So this guy steps into the room, and he draws a longsword. And these guys are all waiting. And Willie and Garciv, what would you like to do? You see all the goblins with red dots on them are drawing back arrows to fire. And at this point, the goblin females have moved far enough away that they're essentially out of combat. So I'm just going to move them all off the map, even though for the last few seconds they're still going to be, they'll still be at the end of this hallway running. It's just less things to keep in mind. What would you like to do, Willie?
Move 3 squares now, I think I'm doing? Or is it 2?
It would be 2 squares to start with. So you're starting to advance towards these goblins?
Yes.
All right. And Garciv.
What's behind me?
Behind you is just the wall.
Okay.
Is that what you meant right here? Yeah, this is just the wall right here.
Okay. I want to hold my ground and yell down to the guys, "Come on, hey, we need some help up here."
What language do you think he's speaking?
What's that?
Sorry, I was being sarcastic towards the line.
Yeah. Yep, same here. The elves aren't going to help us.
Yeah, they're elves.
Oh no,
that
not
looks
you.
like a gap though, so I'm gonna advance Sharesh up a little bit.
Okay.
I delay a second, or
are you just holding your ground?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, just delay a second. But first, it's Willie. You said you had a question.
Yes. Can I hit this guy? Because I have a thing of 8.
Which guy? That guy, I don't think you'd be able to hit that because he's too far away. But you could probably attack this guy here, or yeah, that one's out of range.
See, this one's
You
big.
could Oh yeah, swing away. That's totally fine. Swing away. He got a defense of 27.
Holy fuck.
So that is a perfect defense.
Yeah, really perfect.
So you slash at him, and he manages to throw up his shield in time, and roll the like block your weapon away, and it smashes one of the cask chairs, and he's not going to be able to get his perfect attack against you because he's of the distance, but he will advance on this second. And Garciv, you're going to hold your ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my ground and say, "Hey, get up here."
All right. Do you want to delay 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
Did we elect him as leader?
And this goblin here will get ready to step forward as well. And on second 15, the goblin keep fleeing out of this room, and this goblin, both of these goblins are going to step up, and they're going to fight you there, Cody. First one is going to swing a short sword at you with a 16.
Keep rolling the same thing.
I know that.
Keep rolling. Yeah, that's the second time you've rolled a 3. So he slashes you with a short sword for 9 points of damage. They always do the same amount of damage. Here, I'll get this set up for you. Now you can see your hit points.
Hey.
And so he slashes at you and then delays.
At the
Garson, what
very
are you
least-
going to do?
At the very least, you guys know how to make characters now.
First, before Garciv, the second goblin is also going to attack you, Willie. With a 19. Oof, that is also going to hit. Would you like to do anything about it?
Can I do that jump thing or whatever and I go backwards?
You could give ground, but that's not going to be enough to block that attack with so much, because I mean you missed by 11.
I don't think I could do anything else, right?
No, so he's just going to do damage to you, unfortunately. So he does 7 points of damage. He slashes you. Make sure to take your DR. So that first attack would only be 6 points of damage, and this second one will be only, or your DR 3 or 2, or do you have any armor?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't have any armor. I forgot about that. So this is just going through. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Okay. What's your hit points at?
27.
Your current hit points?
Yeah. Oh, the current hit points negative 1. I'm sorry.
So this blow would knock you down. Would you
Okay.
like to use anything like honor to reduce the damage so that maybe you'd stay up?
No, because I'm just gonna get hit the next thing. So
All right, so you're just going to drop down?
yeah.
All right, so these two goblins step up, you slash at one of them, and they both stab you quickly in succession, and you drop. This goblin had just swung. Garciv, you see Willie step up and swing at one of the goblins with his fauchard, and two of them charge forward and fight him, and he drops.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Willie's down. get up here, and then what would it take for me to get over here?
Over here,
Do I? Yeah.
this far right
Mhm.
side.
Yeah.
You would have to move through these goblins, which would be a little difficult. I mean, you'd
Okay.
have to. You'd have to probably push through these goblins, which would involve getting into combat with them, and they'd probably stop your movement across the room.
Okay. Okay. Can I? Is there any way for me to grab Willie and pull him back here?
You could move over to him and start dragging him, but remember, in one hand you've got your shield, and in the other you have your flail. So you'd either have to sheath your flail or drop it.
Run, you fool.
Fly. you
Okay. Yeah. I'll just move down the tunnel.
All right. Move down the tunnel.
And I'll
I don't
make a
know
new character. Give me a second.
And then just hit done.
I delay or.
Or yeah, just hit done. So these goblins here are they advance a single step forward to, and this guy enters the room, and you can hear him barking orders. He's gonna continue to move up. These goblins looks like they're pursuing. And Garciv, what would you like to do?
I want to keep moving back.
All right. So Garciv has reached all of you. Suresh is standing there. What is Suresh is just still waiting?
Yeah, I was thinking she was going to move up, but then things changed very suddenly, so she's just going to go ahead and wait here for a bit.
And Machete, what would you like to do?
I can still see my target. I shoot.
All right. Garciv will be considered in the way.
That sucks to be Garciv.
What?
All right.
Hey,
so
if you
fire.
hadn't been looting that room all of last combat with the rats, or whatever the hell that thing was, I can't remember, you would know that I fire through targets.
That is correct. He has made that very clear. He doesn't mind shooting through allies. Make an attack roll.
I did.
Here is you have currently hit the goblin. I'll do the easy one. Is the goblin has a shield. Well, actually, first, Garciv. Does it hit Garciv? So Garciv is a medium creature, and these guys are small. So it's going to be... the cover value is going to be 1 larger. So on a 6 or higher, you've fired in... Well, because of the distance between Garciv and them, I'm going to consider them identical. So on an 11 or higher, you've accidentally winged Garciv in this narrow corridor. So, Garciv, you do have a shield, though.
Uh-huh.
So roll a d20 to see if you've caught the arrow on your shield. Which would be, I believe it's a 16 or higher on a medium shield. So you're running away from these goblins, and Machete goes, "I'm firing!" and wings it, and you throw up your shield just in time to catch it. You know, your shot probably would have hit if Garciv hadn't thrown up his shield.
Yeah, no, I say, it's somewhat ironic that I only miss now is because of Garciv. I've never missed a shot before. But also, the only reason I can't attack is because Garciv is running away like a coward.
So you fire this arrow. Are you going to prep another one?
Of course. I'm in
All
it.
right. And Thalon.
Thalon will be changing weapons again.
All right.
So-
Changing up the weapons.
Wait, no, that's right. I'm sorry. I have my crossbow finally ready to fire, so I can fire it right now and then change later.
All right.
Garciv is in front of you, though.
I am adjacent to him, though.
Well, you're behind
Yeah,
him.
so
So let's go ahead.
you're
and
going to
do
be
an
able to
attack.
fire through just him. You'll be able to fire through Garciv just fine.
11.
And you've hit. So let's see if it hits his shield. So on a 19 or 20, he's caught it in his small shield. And he has. So you fire, and the goblin, maybe he's advancing with his shield up, or he just gets lucky, and your heavy crossbow plops right into his shield.
Second there, I
damn.
thought you meant Garciv again. I was like, fuck! Garciv, get out of the way!
Heck, maybe that's what happens there as well. So Garciv throws up his shield and he takes both a heavy crossbow bolt and your longbow shot.
All right. Well, like I said, probably not sticking to the heavy crossbow after that, unfortunately. So I'm going to delay 2 seconds for that, or 3, I guess.
3.
Yeah, because I'm going to.
Are you going to drop your heavy crossbow on the ground?
I'm going to actually put it away.
So putting it away, I think, is going to take several seconds as well. So to
or I could just hand it over to Shresh and let her put it away. So it'll be in her inventory technically.
okay, so you just hand it to Suresh, and Suresh will start hauling that around for you.
She's busy anyway, so we'll just delay her like another 5 seconds because she's not going to do anything for now.
And is everyone just going to stay blocking the path for Garciv?
I mean, what's Garciv saying right now?
What is Garciv saying?
Well, Garciv is enraged that you shot him with an arrow, and he starts yelling, pulling the arrow out, dropping it, picks up his flail, and then rushes the goblins.
All right, so you're going to turn around and charge them?
Yeah, I'm going to charge him.
All right.
So you tell me how much time.
So, are you going to? I mean, you don't have to knock the arrows out of your shield. It's not giving you any penalties at the moment.
Cool, but it was the greatest part of 300, though.
Right. Okay.
So you can just, I mean, you have your flail in one hand, so you can just turn and then jog towards them, which would be 2 squares.
Okay.
All right, so you turn and wheel on them, so then delay 1 second. They both kind of squawk. Ah! They squawk at you as they see you turn. And on second 17 or second 18, they stop and hold their ground.
And I'm going to aggressively attack.
All right, move forward. Which one would you like to? Which one would you like to attack?
The one on the left.
The one on the right. The one on the left. All right. He's going to use his shield to block. And 19, so you can roll shield damage you got a 19. We both tied. We both have 19s. At the moment, you've hit his shield.
Okay. So do I roll
your
shield
aggressive attack and gives you a +5. So
that's right.
Yes. Yeah.
So now that
if you'd
we're
like to,
actually in actual combat, Eli's luck is starting to come back. We had one goblin that rolled a natural 20, and now one that rolled a natural 19. We're all gonna die.
So you smash him with your flail, and it bashes into his small shield, which is not enough to destroy it, but it's enough to shake him, and you can see him wince in pain as he takes that blow. It certainly wasn't what he wanted to have happened. So then delay your weapon speed.
Which is 12.
With 12 seconds, yep. So because you're aggressive attacking, the first defense you're going to have has a -2 to it, just because of that penalty. So this first one, this guy he grunts as you smack him in the shield. He tries to stab you in the leg with a 16, and you're both tired by this, and with a 3, he stabbed you. So here is going to be the damage there. For 7 points of damage, as you're starting to feel just a little bit fatigued. And you have positive fatigue, so it's going to give you a -1 across the board.
So with my DR, it's just 4, right?
Yep, with your DR, it'll just be 4 points of damage, right? Because you have DR3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick question.
And the other one will also hack at you.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I understand this completely just yet. When does the shield come into play? Because I thought it was when the difference was greater than 10.
When the difference is less than 10.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. So the different when you miss, and you miss by the defensive bonus that the shield is giving you, then you've hit the shield.
Got it. Okay, I had it completely wrong.
That's totally okay. The other goblin is also going to try to stab you. Who would have thought? With another 16. So, and this time it's, you're just moving just a little bit too slow, and he has also stabbed you for 8 points of damage.
Woohoo.
And we're fighting. You see this hobgoblin back here is barking orders and pointing around, and he points towards this tunnel over here that you saw, and this goblin starts moving in that direction, and so does that goblin. And that is his turn. It is second 19. And he is delaying. You see, he's watching what's happening, and seems like he's just barking orders. And second 19, Thalon, you've got your staff out.
Yeah. All right. Thalon is going to go ahead and advance. And see a whole mess of stuff. So he will go ahead and do stuff next turn.
All right, so then delay, and we're on second 20, which is Thalon again. These guys are all moving.
I will step up, and I will get into phalanx so I can reach over him and jab at this character.
Remember, in order to do phalanx fighting, you need to have a weapon that can do a jab attack.
I do. I have a staff.
But so remember, we found out that the staff doesn't do a jab because it doesn't have a jab speed. That was our whole mention about if you wanted to change to a
damage.
It has a jab damage staff. Well, every weapon has jab damage.
Okay.
In order to have.
In which case, I still would like to try to reach over him. Is ultimately the point I want to make.
So that's. I don't think you are able to with this weapon.
It does have 8 feet of reach.
Famously almost killed Kara that one time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had that conversation.
Oh, yeah, it has been a while. But I think because your weapon doesn't have it, in order to phalanx fight, you need to have a weapon that does a jab attack.
Yeah. This is why I want to move to the glaive later. In which case,
you totally can, and that's why I gave you the option to, if you wanted to switch any of your skill or proficiencies, then you could switch that.
Yeah, I just need to level up first, I think was where we were at with that.
Yes.
Which is going to be a bit. So I can't actually poke him with the staff right now, right? In any way.
That is correct.
I can still help out, I think. I need to figure out which initiative these guys are going on, because they're going on 26, and you're going on... Where
30.
He's
at the very bottom.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I can go ahead and... How quickly can I cast spells? How long before I can cast a second one, if I cast one?
So your spell fatigue is 5 seconds plus 1 second per casting time. So most of your spells have a casting time of 1 second. So you can cast your spell and then wait 6 seconds, and then you can cast again.
Okay, so I can go ahead and wait, and a few seconds before this one goes on 26, I will cast a spell. So that'll happen like on 24.
So you're waiting to cast a spell, and you're going to cast it right before you can attack.
Yeah.
Sounds
and
good.
That'll be specifically to try to mess him up and give Garciv some advantage.
Yeah. Just delay to whenever you're going to cast the spell, and you can do that.
Delay to 24.
You delayed to 44, but I fixed you.
Oh, thank you. My bad.
On second 21, these guys, several of the goblins are moving. And on second 22, we've got more movement. And Sharesh is up. She's stored your heavy crossbow on her back, and she's available for anything. She's ready.
She could go ahead and yeah. Well, she does have a bow, so she can go ahead and pull that out and start getting it ready. I think that's going to be her whole weapon speed, though, right?
Yeah, that will be.
Okay, so we'll just delay her Oh, oops. I'm gonna add up to 40, 35. There we go. Yep, and so she'll fire at that point if she can.
All right.
Wait, where'd she go? Okay, there we go. 35. Alright, she's in the right place.
Then second 23, we've got movement from some of the goblins. And movement over here by some of the goblins. He's going to move over here. And we've got second 24. There's more movement by the goblins. I'm just going to delay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Delaying 20 seconds. All right. And it is Thalon, your turn on second 24.
Alright, I think you know what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try casting Repel on the first one that will try to act.
That is correct. I assume
I'm
that's what
casting
you're
it
going
on
to
their
do.
weapon, and they will make a saving throw to negate the effects of the spell. Oh wait, no. If cast against a weapon, they just have a -1 penalty on their next defense or attack roll, whichever one occurs in first.
Okay. All right, and I think you could also cast it on them, correct? Just to push them back.
Yeah, if I wanted to. They'd only go like 10 feet though, so I'm not going to bother.
That would be enough to knock them out of their weapon speed. So
they still sort of attack eventually.
Yes. So if you
I'd
repelled
rather give them
them,
the penalty to it than just have it happen like a second later, I think.
okay. Well, what I mean is if you pushed him 10 feet back, he would no longer be engaged, and then he'd have to. Well, you're right.
He'd
then he
waddle
could.
up and finish his weapon speed.
That is correct,
That's what I'm thinking. Unless I push him way far back.
So is there any penalty, or does he have to make any saving throws?
For his weapon, I don't think he gets any kind of saving throw. It just says if cast against a creature's weapon, they suffer a -1 penalty on their next defense or attack roll.
Perfect. You get that one. The one on the right has a -1 to attack or defense,
Yes.
whichever happens next. And so you're going to be fatigued for the next 6 seconds, I believe.
Okay.
So when you're fatigued, the max speed you can move as a crawl, I believe.
Mhm.
And you have a -6 to defense, and all actions take twice as long. So drawing a weapon, like drawing your staff, instead of taking 2 seconds, would be 4 seconds.
And I can't cast again until after that time period, correct?
That is correct.
So I will delay 6 seconds, and if anything happens in that 6 seconds, well, we know what's affecting me.
All right. So on second 25, this guy's just he's barking encouragement and or intimidation. You don't know what he's yelling, but it sounds mean. Macheni, you have another arrow ready.
And I've got eyes on the big guy.
You do.
Time to fire.
All right. He's not moving, so it's just a D12. So you have potentially hit him if your targets in the way don't block you.
Can I go down on my knee, or I can't?
Not in the middle of combat. While you're.
I realized that when I said it to you. Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. So there is Thalon in the way, who's of identical size. So an 11 or higher, you've hit Thalon in the back. Nope. Garsiv is also identical size, so 11 or higher. Nope, with identical rolls. And one of these goblins is in the way, and they're smaller than him, so it's on a 16 or higher. So you have hit one of the goblins in front of him. We'll say even is.
Well, I think I can only
right.
hit the one on the right. There's wall in the way of me for getting the guy on the left.
Oh, perfect. Then it's the guy on the right. He does have a small shield. So on a 19 or 20, you've hit his shield. Roll damage.
11. It's always 11.
So you take aim at the big guy and you fire, and right as you do, it whips through the combat. Thalon, you see the arrow fly right past you, and this goblin that you've just repelled his blade gets hit by this arrow for 11 points of damage. and he is rather hurt, so he'll take some damage. He is not threshold of pained, and because of other things going on, he does not make a morale check. Willie, you're in this lovely situation of having your guts spill out on the floor. Would you like to roll a con abilities, an ability save with a -1? Because you're starting to bleed out. You got that, Cody?
Yes, I did.
So yeah, roll a con save with a -1. We both have +11, so it should just be really essentially it's a roll off.
Yeah.
I got an 18, so that's
Oh.
of course
So close.
so close.
That's honor.
So at this point, if you you'd lose 1 hit point if you didn't want to use honor. If you
Oh,
you also have
yeah.
you have an average honor, so you do have a +1 once per session. So you could use that +1 now to just make this save and then not lose a hit point.
That's fine.
All right. So then you'll continue bleeding in another 10 seconds.
Can I use an honor for that so I don't stop bleeding anymore?
So you used you have a +1 once per session, so you could just use that +1 this session, and no honor is spent, and you aren't bleeding out. You're still bleeding out, but you didn't lose a hit point on this.
If I use honor, would I not be bleeding out anymore?
You could, but you would have to use 10 honor
Jesus Christ!
because you have to beat me by 10 to stabilize.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I gotta do that.
Okay. On 26, this guy, he sees you fired an arrow into it, and you didn't hit him, so he's not really too concerned, and he's staying where he is. These 2 goblins are fighting Garciv. The first one, which is the one on the right, has a -1 to his attack because of Thalon's shenanigans. So Garciv, defend against this. I rolled a 5 with my -1 is a 4.
It's about time. Let's see if I can roll lower.
Yeah, 20%.
With a 15, you're totally fine. He doesn't even hit your shield. Maybe you see him kind of struggle with his weapon as he's trying to bring his short sword. It's almost like he's fighting with some invisible force. The other one, however, is not so hampered. Let's see if he's also hampered by bad luck. He's all right. Ooh, with a 5, you're starting to feel a little slowed down, and he hits for 14 points of damage.
That's gonna threshold and pain me.
That
Yeah.
penetrated twice.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you even have left?
I have 2.
Wow.
Did you make sure to apply your DR?
Yeah.
All right, you have 2 hit points.
Yeah,
Would you like to spend? Yeah, I mean, you could try to spend honor if you want to reduce it.
Okay. Well, I think he threshold to pain me too, because.
So, but if you used 1 point of honor, you could only take 10 points of damage, and then that would be below your threshold of pain.
Okay.
But you also have. You don't have tough as nails, so never mind.
Right. Yeah, I'll use 1 point of honor.
Okay. So you get slashed with a powerful blow, and you almost get knocked down, but you're still in the fight. On second 27, this guy in the back is not doing anything yet, so I'm going to delay him a little bit more time. And on second 30, we've got Thalon, a number of goblins, and Garciv.
Garciv, did Garciv just go down?
Garciv is not down. He is he's still up, just barely. He looks incredibly hurt though.
Okay, so let's see. These goblins are going to go in a while. What I'm going to do is try to push one as far away as possible. How much does a goblin weigh?
You guys have thrown goblins before, and you guys have ran into a good number of them. So I'm going to say you know their approximate weight. You believe that they're somewhere in the 80 to 100 pounds.
Perfect. So I don't need to spend extra spell points in order to move them. I already move them with enough weight force. So then I just need to spend on distance. So repel normally will move them 1 feet, and the back of this room is 30.
They are. I'll just tell you, they're exactly 85 pounds.
Okay.
So,
this just says like 100 pounds 1 foot by default, and then the upgrade is 15 points for another 100 foot-pounds.
okay.
But if I spend 60 points, I can move him 31 feet.
All right, because this is repel, correct?
Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and deduct those points right now.
You're going for the increased range. Is that the thing you're trying to increase?
Yes.
Or
Oh, also of note, I don't have repel prepared. Does that mean it costs extra points, I believe?
it costs double.
Okay, so I'm spending...
So you're
I spent
spending
an
how
extra
many?
30, so I'm down to 40 spell points. Okay, that's fine.
You're spending additional 60 build points for the, or not build points, 60 spell points to
just
increase it
throw
by
him across the entire room.
So that'll give you an additional 400 foot-pounds?
The other thing is just increasing range, which I can move an extra foot per point, so...
I don't think that's increasing I don't think that's pushing him farther. I think the increased range is to how far you can cast it. What you need to do is increase the foot-pounds. So like the 100 foot-pounds moves him a distance of 1 foot. So in order to move him 2 feet, you need 200 foot-pounds.
Why does this have to be so complicated? Alright, so then the answer is it's actually useless and cannot move anything anywhere.
So yeah, if you invested that much spell points, you'd have 500 foot-pounds, and divided by his weight, you'd push him about 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that would really disrupt him, though. That's the thing. 30 feet would have been good, and that's what I was thinking I could get here.
It might be more beneficial, like if you're fighting on the edge of a cliff or something like that, or if you can push him into a trap. But shooting him across the room, I don't know if you haven't. It doesn't seem like you have enough spell points.
Yeah,
but
if it works that way, then then it's just not possible. That's a shame. I was really hoping I could have spells actually be useful.
You could do if you cast Feat of Strength, it would increase Garsiv's damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, the easier thing to do here is just to give Garsiv extra strength. So, Garsiv, you will now act as if you have 18 strength. I will delay 6 seconds, and that's my turn. So,
Garsiv, your strength is currently 16. So you have a +3 damage, and now you're treated as having a +5. So it's going to give you a +2 damage if you hit this guy.
Can I activate the helm?
You can activate the helm.
Yeah. I want to think. I need it. I'm low.
You're currently level 1, correct?
Yeah.
So it'll give you a +1 attack bonus. So you have an additional +1 to hit.
Okay.
And which one would you like to swing at? They're both hurt. You've hit one on the shield and hurt him in the shoulder, and the other one has been hit by an arrow.
Okay, I want to hit the one on the left.
All right, that's the one that you have jarred with your... Falon, I just thought of something. If you did repel this guy, you would allow Garsiv to be able to move into the room, and you would be able to, hit this guy here. I mean, that's the only other use I could see of it.
I'll worry about that next turn, then.
Yeah. So, Garsiv, you can swing. Thank you, Isadora. She just brought me food. A 3. That is not great.
Well, with all the bonuses, it's like a 8, right?
Because you aggressively attacked?
No. I thought with didn't I have like a +5 from the strength and the
Oh, the +5 is for damage, so that gives you a bonus to damage.
Oh, so it's just a 4, right?
So it's just a 4 with the helm's bonus,
Mhm.
and he's defending with a small shield, and it's not enough to even. You still have the bonus from the feat of strength up for a minute. So as long as your helmet is lasting, this feat of strength it'll last until you actually land a blow. But you haven't even hit his shield. You swing wide, and he ducks under it.
We can talk between combat turns, right? Or during them?
Yeah,
Totally.
you can always talk.
Thawne, you're a translator. Translate Goblin and talk to their leader, who's obviously in the next room before Garciv dies.
I need to slap him first.
And delay your weapon speed, Garciv.
Reach over Garciv's shoulder, touch a goblin.
I'll cast Extend Arm.
Do that then.
So
I don't have that spell.
Then why did you suggest it?
So you keep fighting, and there's the clash of blades, and it's now these two goblins' turn. They're ready to fight you there, Garciv, and Macheni at the same time is going to attack as well. So
It's a rush to see who kills Garciv first. A
I
misplaced
get
arrow.
ground.
you can Thalon has to. You have to be able to warn Thalon that you're going to do it. Is all.
Yeah. I'll warn Thalon.
All right. So Thalon, you have to move back as well.
Okay, that's fine.
The first attack. So this will give you a +5 to your defense. The first attack is a 7.
Can't fail now.
Don't jinx him like
And-
that.
The other one is going to follow after you and attack as well. With a 16. And this one would catch you. Are you also giving ground here?
Yeah.
So this will categorize now as a scamper back since you've moved 10 feet back. So this will give
Okay.
you a -4 on your next attack, but you're wheeling back as far as you can to try to get away from these two goblins.
Okay.
And Macheni, what would you like to do?
Taking a shot at that big guy. As you do.
You have hit him if you don't hit all the folks in the way. So for Thalon, it's an 11 or higher. You have hit Thalon.
Only one elf will see the end of the world.
Do I get a defense roll, I believe, or
You in this case with cover, it's hit the cover in front of you. So do you have anything that can help you against a ranged attack hitting you?
His ire.
I don't know. Well, what sort of things can I do in this situation? What do I have?
If you had any sort of shield or anything that might give you cover, otherwise he's fired at you and
I have
your body
Suresh.
is-
He jumps in the way.
His badass jujitsu.
so otherwise he's just hit you.
Can I spend honor on anyone's behalf for that roll?
You can spend honor on this cover roll if you'd like.
Okay, I will use my free point of honor to lower that from 11 to 10.
Perfect.
There we go.
'Cause
Now I don't get
These cover rolls are, I think they're supposed to be rolled by whoever is being, the
Mhm.
cover. But
Yeah,
in this case, it's just easier
fine.
for me to
You
do it.
can beat
Cool,
up.
cool. Passed it on to Garciv, so I killed
all right,
Garciv.
so Garciv.
Cool.
Garciv has also potentially been hit. And unfortunately, his shield is in the opposite direction
Mhm.
as he's facing these goblins. So at the moment, you would have just hit Garciv in the back. What would you like to do?
Can I use 2 honor?
You can use 2 honor. But you'll need 3 honor to reduce it to a 10.
Oh, yeah. So can I use 3 honor then?
Yes, you can. So you duck just in time, or maybe you scamper back and you're leaning into it and you're bobbing and weaving, and an arrow darts right past your head.
You know what's a funny thing about this system is that I almost killed Garciv here, right? But Garciv uses honor to avoid it, which means that he looks bad for that. He looks bad, not me.
You're making him look bad.
Should just
That's a good point.
That is a weird mechanic that we're now witnessing. That I almost killed a party member, but he looks bad.
That's a good point.
It's interesting. It's funny that's how that works. So it's now the goblin. So on a 16 or higher, it's hit the goblin. Nope. So you have successfully fired past all of these people, making both of your party's members look bad, and hit this hobgoblin on the far side. Let's see your damage.
All of that, and I'm pretty sure he's probably got some armor that negates everything.
He does have some armor.
Didn't even get my normal 11.
But it does look like it's pissed him off. You hit him and he grunts and looks down at it and breaks off the arrow.
Talon, I think negotiations have failed.
What are you going to do now, Machete? Prepare another arrow?
Oh, of course. I mean, after everything Garciv said about me being a wuss and everything, I'm here for the fight.
That was out of character. Come on.
I can't tell.
Whatever.
This goblin here is
metaphor.
They're moving out of the way,
Hey,
and on 35,
you guys don't even know. I've got the blunderer flaw. I could be dropping this bow at any second by accident.
this goblin right here, who's now moved around the corner, has an arrow prepped, and he was getting ready to fire at Garciv before he gave ground. So he's going to fire now. So
now he gets to hit his allies.
Roll a d20, Garciv.
I mean, apparently the thing to do is to aim at the guy in the back of the group so you have a chance to hit everyone in the middle.
So he will have potentially hit you, except there's several goblins in the way.
And you do still have a shield.
The first one, it's on an 11 or higher, and he hit the goblin in the back.
That's what we needed the whole time. Friendly fire, a real weapon.
The real weapon of the of your party. All right, so here is his damage for 13 points of damage.
Thank you.
Holy smokes! Oh, that was. I wasted my 20. No. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you got some more of those. Don't worry about it.
no. All right, I'll just roll the next 3. Will also be natural 20.
Right.
So he does 13 points of damage. This goblin here, which is a massive blow in the back, and he gets thrown forward. And he turns around and snarls, and you see him. He's pissed, but this goblin is still up and not threshold of pained. Willie, you are currently bleeding out. And I rolled a 15. So roll your con save with a -1.
Hello.
So the good thing is you rolled that with just a d20 -1. So you are also able to add your constitution. So you should have had the d20 plus 11. But what that means is because you beat me already with a -1,
Yeah.
you have an additional plus 11 you should have added. So you've actually stabilized. So
Right.
for the rest of the combat, you're unconscious and you're alive. So
Nice.
if someone reaches you, you're doing good.
So I can't move.
And
Right?
you cannot move because you're still negative.
Gotcha.
But you're no longer dying.
Shresh will move up 5 feet and then do her attack finally. I'm playing with fire. I'm going to aim for this one and then probably hit anyone in the way.
Sharesh is the one that you don't want doing this.
Yes. I have -4 to this. Let's see if this happens. So that is 11
This guy
to
in the
try to hit
back?
the guy. Yeah, all the way in the back. Oop,
All
picked
right.
up the token.
Here is his roll. A 13, unfortunately, does not means that does not hit. So even is going to be to the right, and odd is going to be the left.
I was thinking it's
So
funny
odd.
that Thalon controlling Suresh pushed Suresh right up behind himself to fire.
And you've missed 4 feet off to the left. So Suresh was aiming here. She fired about 4 feet over to right about here, and it's just going to go down the entire line.
Yeah,
So-
exact same direction.
I need Thalon to roll a d20.
Given how we were playing it before, I moved her up to
Oh, yeah.
specifically avoid this with the lot.
Yeah, Thalon's not going to have to, but Garciv is going to have to roll a d20. And Garciv has been hit by an arrow in the back. So Suresh could roll damage.
Hey, it wasn't me this time, though. This time it's Griff. You blame
It doesn't
Griff.
even break his armor.
Yeah, with only you get kind of winged in the back by an arrow, Garciv, but 3 damage doesn't even go through your DR, correct?
Correct.
So you're good. You're healthy. Everything's good. Everything's kosher.
All right,
And-
she's gonna go ahead and swap back out for her sword now. She's learned her lesson.
Thalon, it's now back to you. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, you have strength already, and that's still going. I could try to repel someone. What happens if I repel someone into someone? I don't think it does anything. It's like
Yeah, I don't
literally
think it's
nothing.
going to do anything.
There's always malodorous missile, but that would have been better had I had faith in Machete. I don't think there's like a spell I can do. I can't reach across. Actually, which one of those is going first and how soon? 42? I can delay until 39, so... delay 3 seconds. Oh, actually, you're going... Oh, wait, no, you go at like 44, don't you?
I got
no, yeah,
42.
you're also going 42. So, I will delay 3 seconds. There we go.
I meant to delay a goblin to 60, and I instead delayed him to 6. So on second
Yeah.
36, second 37, second 38. What is Suresh? Suresh she now has her scimitar out?
Yeah, she has her scimitar out. She's going to back up a little bit just in case people are retreating, and she's just going to hog this corridor.
Okay. And delay her a few seconds?
Yeah,
And what
let's delay her 20.
Yeah, what is Thalon doing?
Thalon is now casting again, and this is going to be, as we've covered, 60 points just to do the basic version.
Okay. And it goes off, so you're applying a -1 to this first goblin here?
That is correct, because they're the one that is going to be threatening and will be attacking soon. So that is 60 more points, and Thalon delays for 6 seconds.
Okay, perfect. And it's going to be second 41, 40, 42 is this first goblin here who is going to be able to attack you.
Now, I had scampered back already. Can I flee? Just flee?
Well, you want to just kind of just turn around and run?
Yeah, I want to run past Fallon and just flee down the hall.
So you would be able to keep doing what's called a fighting withdrawal, which would allow you to keep moving at a walking speed 1 square back if you'd like. And that would just keep moving you back. If you wanted to flee, you could declare that at any point in time, is you just flee and then you turn around. If you flee on this second, when he's attacking you, you would get you'd roll a D10 defense to defend against him.
Do I get any of the bonuses or no? I don't have any bonuses?
You would get your defensive bonuses, but you'd roll a D10 in your defense. So
Okay.
it would probably be better to just use your normal defense on this second and then choose to flee on the next second.
Okay.
Right, because he'll already be outside of his weapon speed.
Yep.
Okay. So then that's what I'll do then.
Okay. And it sounds like you wanted to be doing a fighting withdrawal. So at the moment you've been moving backwards. So, and you have to communicate to Thalon that you are going to be moving through him because he could choose to just. I mean, if he doesn't let you move through his square, then he doesn't.
I'm not
going to
stop him.
Square.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to communicate. Garciv gotta go.
But he is spell fatigued until second 45, so he won't be able to defend
I do have two
himself.
benefits to my advantage, so we'll see if they come into play soon.
All right, so his attack, he has a -1 to hit you because of the repel. And that is a natural 19. So he has hit you, and he's going to do damage, unfortunately. Here is... He does 4 points of damage to you.
Okay, so that's just one.
Yep. Oh, man.
Light Nick.
Yeah, that means you have one hit point. You have
him right now and then move away.
1 hit point left.
So are you able to attack on 42? Is that why you're ready, or did you move your initiative down when you're fleeing?
I didn't do anything yet.
Yeah.
All right, so it's your attack. If you'd like to make an attack before you decide to flee, you could do that on this second.
Okay. So I could attack and also flee, or
you could attack on this second, and then on second 43 is when you'd be fleeing.
Okay. Sure, I'll do that.
So you did scamper back, so and you've been doing a fighting withdrawal, so you have a -6 to hit.
Awesome.
So his defense is a 12. Just roll a natural 20. So you got with your penalties, you got a 2, he got a 12, and so you completely you fling your flail at him in a last-ditch effort, and then on second 43, which is going to be the next second, you're going to flee, so we'll move you to second 43, and on second 43, you turn and flee. This guy's not going to be able to attack you since he just attacked, so you can move 2 squares.
Excuse me, Thalon.
Yep, come through.
Thalon, what would you like to do?
I still have a few seconds to wait. I'm going to go ahead and hold ground here for this second.